Hello friends, and a very warm welcome to our channel. I'm Prabhat Kiran, and it's fantastic to have you with us today as we dive deep into the most significant news stories shaping our world. Every single day brings new developments that are not just headlines, but are crucial pieces of a larger puzzle, especially for those of you preparing for competitive exams. Our mission here is simple: to connect the dots for you, to break down complex issues into simple, understandable concepts, and to ensure you have a complete understanding that goes beyond just memorizing. We want to empower you with knowledge that helps you not just pass exams, but also become a well-informed citizen of our great nation, Bharat. Today, on the 20th of June 2025, we have a packed agenda. We will be exploring everything from India's ambitious plans for green hydrogen and the challenges it faces, to the critical debate around a national alcohol control policy. We'll also examine the far-reaching effects of the census delay, a potential new rule for our ACs during this scorching heat, and the global impact from a key meeting between Donald Trump and Pakistan's army chief. And that's not all. We will also analyze the hotspots in the Iran-Israel conflict and the growing concern of inequality in India. Welcome to your daily current affairs analysis for 20th June 2025. In today's video, we cover all the important news topics that matter for UPSC, SSC, banking, and other government exams, with background, GS paper mapping, and static linkage. Let's begin. Let's start with a topic that holds the key to our country's energy future: green hydrogen. Friends, India is making a massive bet on this clean fuel. The government sees it as a perfect solution for achieving energy security, reducing our massive oil import bill, and meeting our ambitious climate goals, like becoming net zero by 2070. The National Green Hydrogen Mission is a testament to this vision, with thousands of crores allocated to make India a global hub for its production and export. The idea is simple: use renewable energy, like solar or wind, to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. This hydrogen is green because its production process is clean. For your exams, this topic is vital for GS Paper 3, covering environment, infrastructure, and energy. But here's the reality check. Despite all the high-level discussions and the government's strong push, the green hydrogen revolution is facing some serious roadblocks, not just in India, but globally. The biggest hurdle is the cost. Producing green hydrogen is still significantly more expensive than producing traditional grey hydrogen from fossil fuels. This high cost has led to very weak demand, or what we call offtake. Industries are hesitant to switch. Furthermore, delays in forming clear global policies and standards are creating uncertainty for investors. So, while the dream of a hydrogen-powered future is very much alive, the path to get there is filled with economic and policy challenges that we need to overcome. Next, we turn to a very sensitive and important social issue that has significant health and government implications. A recent report has highlighted a grim statistic. Alcohol consumption was linked to a staggering 2.6 million deaths globally in 2021. In India, the problem is complex. We don't have a unified central policy to regulate alcohol. Since alcohol is a state subject, each state has its own rules regarding production, sale, and taxation, leading to wide differences. This is why you see some states being dry, while others have very relaxed policies. Experts are now strongly pushing for a complete nationwide plan to tackle this public health crisis. This is a classic GS Paper 2 topic, touching upon health policy and governance. The core of the debate is a classic conflict: public health versus state revenue. For many states, excise duty on alcohol is a major source of income, often funding various welfare programs. This makes them hesitant to impose strict controls that could reduce consumption and, as a result, their revenue. The issues are made worse by aggressive marketing tactics by liquor companies, often using hidden advertising, and a general lack of awareness among the public about the long-term health impacts. The call is for a policy that balances these competing interests, perhaps by setting aside a portion of the revenue for addiction recovery and awareness campaigns, and bringing uniformity in regulations across the country. Now let's discuss an issue that affects the very foundation of our administrative and welfare system: the delay in conducting the 10-year census. The last census was conducted in 2011. The 2021 census was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but the continued delay is now raising serious concerns among population experts, policymakers, and social scientists. Why is the census so critical? Friends, it's not just a head count. It is the most complete source of data on our population's size, distribution, social and economic status, and other vital characteristics. This data is the foundation for making policies based on facts, allocating resources, and defining election districts. This is a key topic for GS Paper 2, Governance, and GS Paper 1, Indian Society. The impact of this delay is far-reaching and deeply concerning. Without updated data, the targeting of welfare programs like the National Food Security Act, which relies on 2011 data, becomes less effective, potentially leaving out millions of deserving beneficiaries. Population predictions become less accurate, affecting urban and rural planning. Furthermore, the controversial issue of a caste-based census, which various groups have been demanding, remains undecided. The delay creates a data black hole, making it difficult to assess the progress made on various development indicators over the last decade and to plan effectively for the future. It's a basic administrative exercise whose absence is being felt across every part of government. As temperatures soar across the country, so does our demand for electricity, putting immense pressure on our power grids. To manage this peak demand and promote energy saving, the government is considering an interesting proposal, regulating the default temperature setting for air conditioners. The idea, which has been discussed by the Bureau of Energy Efficiency before, is to require a default AC temperature of 24 degrees Celsius for all new units and potentially for commercial establishments. This might seem like a small change, but its combined impact could be huge. This issue directly relates to GS Paper 3 under the headings of Energy and Environment. Let's break down the thinking behind this. Every degree you increase your AC temperature can result in saving about 6% of electricity consumption. If millions of ACs across the country operate at 24 degrees Celsius instead of a chilly 18 degrees, the total energy savings would be massive. This would not only reduce the strain on our power infrastructure during peak summer months, but also lead to lower electricity bills for consumers. From an environmental perspective, lower energy consumption means lower carbon emissions from our thermal power plants, helping us reach our climate action goals. The challenge, of course, lies in putting it into practice and changing public behavior. But it's an innovative policy solution to a growing energy crisis. Shifting our focus to international relations, a recent meeting has caught the attention of global political experts in South Asia. Former US President and current presidential candidate, Donald Trump, recently met with Pakistan's powerful army chief, General Asim Munir. Whenever a high-level meeting between the US and Pakistan takes place, the immediate question in New Delhi is, should India be concerned? Historically, the US-Pakistan relationship has had direct effects on India's security, particularly concerning Afghanistan and cross-border terrorism. This development is important for your GS Paper 2 syllabus, specifically under international relations. However, most strategic experts suggest that while India should monitor such developments closely, there is no need for immediate alarm. The nature of the India-US relationship has completely changed over the last 2 decades. It has become a deep, many-sided strategic partnership based on shared democratic values and common interests, especially in the Indo-Pacific to counter China. This partnership, made stronger through agreements like the Quad and ICT, is far more solid and established than the business-like relationship the US has often shared with Pakistan. While Pakistan will always try to use its important geographic location, India's position as a major economic and democratic power makes it a far more critical long-term partner for the United States, no matter who is in the White House. Let's move to West Asia, a region always on the brink of conflict. The long-standing hidden war between Iran and Israel has recently turned into direct, open attacks, raising fears of a full-blown regional war. This is a critical area of study for GS Paper 2 under International Affairs, as any major conflict in West Asia has global consequences, affecting oil prices, trade routes, and regional stability. Understanding the key areas of disagreement is essential. So, what are the 5 main hotspots that keep this conflict simmering? and could trigger a wider confrontation at any moment. First, there is Iran's nuclear program, which Israel views as a threat to its existence. Second, the conflict in Syria, where Iran has established a significant military presence to support the Assad government, and Israel frequently conducts airstrikes to limit this influence. Third, Hezbollah in Lebanon, a powerful group supported by Iran located right on Israel's northern border. Fourth, the ongoing conflict in Gaza, where Iran supports groups like Hamas and Islamic Jihad against Israel. And fifth, the sea, especially in the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf, where we have seen attacks on shipping vessels by Iran-backed groups like the Houthis and secret Israeli operations. Each of these hotspots is a powder keg, and a mistake in any one of them could lead to a disastrous escalation. Finally, let's address a crucial issue concerning our domestic economy and social structure: rising inequality. Recent reports and analyses of spending data are pointing towards a worrying trend. The gap between the rich and the poor, and particularly between urban and rural India, is getting wider. To measure this, economists use indicators like the Gini coefficient and the Theil index. A rising Gini coefficient, for instance, signals that income or wealth distribution is becoming more unequal. This is a very important topic for GS Paper 3, covering Indian economy and social justice, and also has relevance for GS Paper 1, Indian society. The data suggests that while the overall economy is growing, the benefits of this growth are not being shared equally. Urban incomes are growing much faster than rural incomes, making the existing gap worse. This concentration of wealth at the top has several negative effects. It can slow down long-term poverty reduction, hinder social mobility, and can even lead to social unrest. Policymakers need to address this challenge through a combination of strategies, such as promoting rural industry and non-farm jobs, investing more in education and health in rural areas, and strengthening the social safety net. Achieving inclusive growth remains one of the biggest challenges for the Indian economy today. And that brings us to the end of our detailed analysis for today. We've journeyed through a wide range of topics, from the clean energy dreams of green hydrogen to the harsh realities of economic inequality. We've connected the dots between a meeting in the US and its effects on India, and understood how a simple change in our AC habits can contribute to a national cause. The purpose of this daily exercise is to build your analytical skills, to help you see how different parts of the GS paper link to every news story, and to develop a perspective that is essential for writing main answers and the personality test. Remember, being consistent is the key to success in these examinations. I sincerely hope you found this session insightful and that it added value to your preparation. Every single view, every comment, and every share motivates us to continue bringing this quality content to you every single day. If you have any doubts or want us to cover a specific topic in more detail, please let us know in the comments section below. We read each and every one of them. Your involvement is what makes this community so lively and strong. We are all in this journey together, learning and growing with each other. Now that you've covered all key news topics with a UPSC perspective, don't forget to review, take notes, and share this video with your study group. Download PDFs and join us daily for focused current affairs. Thank you for your time and dedication. Until we meet again tomorrow, keep learning, keep reviewing, and stay motivated. Jai Hind.